The Apple logo sells itself, yeah? No. Apple's millions of customers help sell Apple for them. And how? Through social proof. So let's explore together. Hi, my name's Lexie and I'm an e-commerce account manager here at AdPeople. I specialise in consumer psychology. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, subscribe and comment, or hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on any other helpful videos. There are many ways in which consumer psychology is important for your brand, website and content. Psychology theories such as the equity theory, halo effect, motivational needs and consumer bias are just some of the many, but they're for another video. Today we're going to be focusing on social proofing, and as an e-commerce marketing agency, we're going to be applying it to your e-commerce store. So I'm going to be sharing with you quite a lot of data today, but don't worry, for full transparency, they're all referenced in the description below. So what is social proofing? It's the phenomenon that individuals are influenced by others. The earliest experiment of this was Muzaffar Sharif within a popular hotel. He found that the majority of people would reuse their towels when presented with a social proof message, such as most people reuse their towels here. This increased compliance by 44% when compared to the environmental benefits message and the polite please reuse your towels message. So why is this relevant to you? Well, social proofing happens everywhere. You have to ensure your messages on your product, website and social media all have social proofing and the consumer at heart. The simplest way to implement this to your business is by stating your popularity. Whiskers are a great example of this. 8 out of 10 cat owners recommend our product. This lets everybody know that others recommend, purchase and use Whiskers. And it's not tangible. I very much doubt that Whiskers went around the entirety of the United Kingdom and spoke to every cat owner to work out what brand they used. However, it still worked. So what if you're a larger brand? Well, the biggest mistake you can make is assuming your popularity is known. A study was conducted whereby over 1,000 participants were asked who they thought the leading manufacturer of lager is within the UK. Only 24% said correctly and said Carling. Guessed correctly and said Carling? Suggested correctly and said Carling? Chose correctly? Okay. So another key way to state your popularity online is through reviews. Not only do reviews close the loop between merchants and consumers, but they also aid future consumers' decisions. So studies suggest that 60% of people take the time to read product reviews before making their decision. And a staggering 93% say that product reviews influence their consumer decision. What if you have thousands of reviews and already state your popularity online? Once you've got the basics, you need to focus on the user experience. Landing pages are the first impressions of an e-commerce store. If you work with trusted brands, use their logos on your homepage. If you have social media, great, use that too. All of this will help scream to the consumers that you are a trusted organisation. When someone lands on your homepage and leaves straight away, that's called a bounce. Anywhere between 40 and 50% is where you want to ideally be. Anything more than that just suggests that these consumers aren't receiving the required information from you from your homepage. Make sure you also include reviews. There is such a thing as negative social proofing. This isn't so prevalent in e-commerce stores, however, it is something to be mindful of. The main thing that you could fall victim to is focusing on the injunctive norms rather than the descriptive norms. So injunctive norms are how people believe they should be behaving, and descriptive norms are how the majority actually behave. So take this for an example. 100 people this year have missed their doctor's appointment. That one person who is reading that statement just sits there and thinks, oh, well, if 100 people missed it, it's not that big of a deal. So within your ad copy and social media, make sure you're focusing on the descriptive norms, how people behave, rather than the injunctive norms, how people think they should behave. Make sure you're not forcing your consumers into thinking they need you, rather showing through other testimonials that they want you. So how would I advise that you put this into action? Well, writing ad copy in a relevant way to your audience is the best way to start. If you have free delivery and you use raw mail, shout about it. We all know there are couriers that just aren't worth shouting about. If you've got reviews, use the review extension. It's like a mini testimonial before you've even clicked on the ad. There are seller rating extensions as well to help you out. If you have any ideas that you want to experiment with, but you're not too sure, then leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future videos to come. Thank you for listening. See ya!